After a dramatic day of back and forth and posturing from both the Iranians and the Americans, it has now been confirmed to me by a White House official that nuclear talks between the two countries will go ahead this Friday, with the US ultimately caving to Iranian demands. The talks were initially scheduled for Istanbul, covering a wide range of topics including Iran's nuclear program, its ballistic missile program, and its support for proxy groups in the region. Discussions that would have been overseen by various Arab and Muslim partners that the US has in the region as well. But on Tuesday, Iran looked to change things, pushing instead for talks to be direct between the US and Iran, limited to the nuclear program, and held in Oman. At first, the US rebuffed those demands, saying that it was the original format or no talks at all, to which the Iranians replied with fine, no talks. After that Axios article hit the press, however, a flurry of diplomatic activity took place behind the scenes, with at least 9 regional partners lobbying the US government to show up to the talks regardless and not to walk away. One senior US official told Axios that out of respect for their regional partners and in order to continue pursuing the diplomatic track, the US had agreed to go ahead with the Iran proposed format, but the official stressed that the US was still very skeptical that Iran was serious about these talks. So that means that Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner will head to Amman after their stopover in Qatar on Thursday. That's, of course, coming hot off of their talks between Ukraine and Russia in the United Arab Emirates on Wednesday. Donald Trump, meanwhile, has been keeping the pressure up on Iran's leadership, telling NBC News on Wednesday that Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei, quote, should be very worried. A thinly veiled threat as US officials maintain their stance that military action is always on the table should diplomatic efforts fail, with Trump looking to fulfill his promise of standing with Iranian protesters.